All righty, are we live? Yes, we are. Tonight's show is all about questions and histoire because before us tonight, we've got Jeremy, the founder of Color Up. And for whatever reasons, he's got a lot of questions and people have been wondering about some of the new things he's been doing. So tonight's show is entitled How I, meaning Jeremy, Turned Craps into a full-time income, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Welcome to the Color Up Podcast. Whether you're a seasoned player or a beginner eager to step up to the table, this is your lucky podcast that's all about the thrill and strategy of the casino world. I'm your host, Jeremy. With me is Jim the Professor. Let's get rolling. All right, my mic is unmuted. I guess I'm good to go.
Yes, that's awesome.
Today, pulling, I don't know the proper term, showing my bloomers, pulling off the mask.
Going behind the veil.
Behind
the curtain.
Yeah, we're
looking under the hood.
Yeah, there you go. Looking under the hood. Good stuff.
Yeah.
So before we get to that,
yes,
maybe tell me how your week went. I know you got a new setup there. I'm loving digging the stuff. It's
I thought I would change it up a little bit. I don't know if you how much these people can see on their phones, but yeah, I changed it up a little bit. I was having some pains. I was sitting in my wife's director chair, and I was way up here, and I decided, I'm going to be lower so I could be at the desk level because I was bending down all the way to type. So then I said, I'll put the shelf up, and I'll put some of my Color Up stuff up here, and then we helped my wife's sister move this week, and I got some of the old classic Warner Brothers Looney Tune glasses that they used to give out in 1973, which I actually remember getting some of these from. Wow. But yeah, they're actual. I don't know if you can see them, but anyway, pretty fun stuff.
Is that a Diet Coke you bought at the casino for $5?
No, that's actually functional in case I run out of this one. I can reach back there and pop one.
Yeah. No, it reminds like a lot of the sports guys like Pat McAfee and all. They have just stuff everywhere like that, like memorabilia, knickknacks.
Yeah. So I got some knickknacks here too. So, but yeah, that's the big change for me. But yeah, nothing real big. Been knocking off some of the honeydew list and stuff. My wife and I, maybe I can find a picture later, but my wife and I collaborated on a sign. Or a lot of the places we went on our little adventures, and so we made one of those directional signs, like how many miles from here to Vegas, how many miles from with the arrows pointing, and I tried to do them as geographically correct as I can on a two-sided plane, so it's either this way or that way. So, Bermuda
most stuff goes the other way, right?
Yeah, east, to
the west because you're in Virginia. Yeah.
But we got a lot of stuff going south, like Bermuda, Bahamas, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, a lot of fun out there. But that was my week. How about your week? What'd you do?
I at first I couldn't remember, but I had to write down because I actually did a lot this week. So I did go to the casinos and play slots with my brother. He came into town. So
good. And did he kill it as usual?
The first the time I only spent one night with him. He was there for 3.
Okay.
And it got a little shaky. Well, he started with $75 free play.
Okay.
And we took that up to like $1,500.
Gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And then, by a few hours later, I think he was negative or in his pocket for like $400.
Okay.
But by the time we quit, I think it was like 2 a.m., he was back up to like $1,600 profit. And, I went home, I called it a night. And so, but he still had 2 days. So I don't know. I don't know how it ended up.
Okay. Man, lifestyles of the crazy people. Yeah. Spots is interesting. So you did that.
I went to the Palms Casino to check out their marketing scam, turned out to be.
Yeah, some investigative journalism.
Yes, that sounds
for
better.
The channel, for the content, right?
For the people. I don't know. It was a real big marketing push for a couple days. It said casinos in Las Vegas. Uno, right?
Uno, the whole thing. I saw it on Facebook. I saw it on
was everywhere.
X. I saw it. Yeah.
It was local here too. Billboards, their big marquee at Palms. Okay. You go into Palms, they had like sticky things covering all the elevators and signs.
Okay. And what was the result?
This is going to be cool.
And what was the result? Because I thought it was going to be like, instead of poker rooms, the new thing was going to be, we're going to have Uno rooms, and the
Yeah.
house was going to have a rake, and they were going to make
Yeah.
money.
I don't know how
We're
they
gonna
would
have,
gamble on it, but
instead of the World Series of Poker, we're going to have the World Series of Uno. And it looked really cool online. But what did you discover?
they left it a little vague in some of the announcements, like how it was going to work and stuff. So
Okay.
I started getting a weird feeling when I started asking lots of different employees, where is this Uno room? I knew it wasn't just a table on the floor. They said, special room. They said, where is this Uno room? Nobody knew. I asked a couple of people, and then finally this one lady goes, I think it's down towards that tower, like the hotel tower. I'm like, okay. So I went down there. Down this way, there started to be more and more signs about Uno and all kinds of Uno stuff everywhere. I'm like, okay. But I'm like at a dead end, and there's just elevators. Like, where is this place? And so I found a guy who's taking like catering up. I go, hey, do you know where the Uno is? And he goes, yeah, it's up on the 25th floor.
25th floor.
25th floor. So we got in an elevator. My wife was bugged that they don't have the security thing there. Anyone could go up. You don't have to click your key.
Well, that's the way it
Anyway,
should
that's
be.
a side note.
No, it should be that way in a
It
casino.
makes it easy. But I do know what you mean. Like, no one, if you're a guest on floor 25.
Oh, this is like not gaming space. These are rooms on the 25th
yes,
floor.
we're now on the hotel suite side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just some wackos, me and my wife, go
Right.
up to floor 25. We start walking back and like on the floor. And then we come to find out this marketing was just a contest for two people to win, and the contest is already over.
Okay.
And they were setting it up because I guess we ran into the catering guy or whatever. They're setting up a suite on the 25th floor for these people who won this contest. The suite was decorated with Uno. They were going to get to play Uno and have a dealer.
But not
That's
the public.
it. No,
Not
it's
the
not
public.
open to the public. It's not something they're going to like start doing or anything. It was just a contest. These people won an Uno contest, and now
So it was a big hype thing.
It was a big hype thing for a particular suite, and I think they were going to stay the weekend. That was it, and I'm like, it was so disappointing because all their marketing was like,
Yeah, it sounded
coming
like
to Vegas, the first
Yeah.
time Uno's a table game, blah blah blah.
and
So they
not
did a good
true.
number on us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
and not
hey,
only
good
it wasn't
marketing.
even a contest you could enter because it was already over. So
Well, I
don't know.
did read it's brilliant that they picked that for the Palms, because I did read on one of the articles that said at one point I think 80% of all US households have at least one deck of Uno cards.
Yeah, I
And
certainly do.
like in the target market for what's hot in Vegas right now, we are, they're looking for those people my age and younger, a little bit older, whatever, who grew up playing Uno and want to bring their kids and family to it. But wow, well, that's good. Well, at least you're getting out and about with your wife there.
Yeah, I did that, and then a lot of stuff actually is related to the show. I had a couple meetings about partnering with a local casino here.
Oh, good.
I had some more TV meetings, and then potential sponsor, had a few calls with that, and then I'm going to meet with a guy Monday. He's in here for a conference, so Monday through Wednesday I might talk to him about a potential sponsorship. So
Anything you can talk about at this point in time, or is it still preliminary?
no reason to bring it up. So,
Okay. Well, maybe stuff like that will come up later on when we
yes, for
begin
sure. I
our
mean,
conversation.
That's the kind of the gist of what our conversation is today,
So which is how you
yeah.
turn craps into your full-time income.
Yeah, I guess you haven't done that yet. Zach.
No. I'm still a humble teacher, and for all our friends out there listening or who will be listening, I see all the comments on there. I see, a lot of the usuals. I see Fran all the way across the pond over there
Yeah, my
from
sister's in
Ireland.
there. We
Jeff,
got
your sister,
People
MJ,
who
everybody.
submitted dice advice strategies that are not doing good. And,
All
No,
our
we-
usual. We'll get to all you guys. We're going to keep on keep on topic, and there
Yeah.
will be some chances where you guys can type in your comments. Maybe even we'll open up the phone line after a
Yeah,
while
we'll see how, yeah.
and see how it goes. But
Well, maybe we should start off how.
Yeah.
Sorry, I guess you were setting things up, and I just
yeah, I was getting ready to
interrupted
set
you.
up. I said I was just getting ready to say, well, how did we get to this topic? I was getting ready to say that. So, what is the genesis? Why is this on your heart tonight, Jeremy?
Well, a lot of so, like I said, I had meetings about the casinos and TVs and sponsors, and also I started streaming recently for a social casino.
Which we're not going to name because of YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Regulations.
Mm-hmm. And it's very recognizable. I mean, they sponsor F1 teams and UFC. They're a big name, and they're a sponsor of mine.
Which
But
means, what's the difference between a sponsor and like what was the other term when we're not sponsored? We're something by Sports Grid. What did I used to say all the time?
Powered by
Sports Grid, which we're up at the top.
Yeah.
So what's the difference for you and Color Up? What is the difference on that?
Well, powered by Sports Grid, Sports Grid's a TV channel, and
Okay.
I have a show there. So because they have nothing to do with my YouTube. They could care less what I do. They have
Okay.
no say in it. They don't do anything.
All right.
But I'm powered by Sports Grid because, and we'll get to this a little bit later, they are a big chunk of my income
Okay.
through the TV show.
All right.
So because that, they enable me to continue doing YouTube. So that's why I'm not sponsored. They don't pay me to do anything or say
Out of
anything
pocket.
on
No.
YouTube.
Right.
No.
Okay.
They pay me for a TV deal, and then but the residual of that is, it supports this YouTube thing that I can keep making videos.
Okay. So when you say TV,
Yeah.
what do you mean for TV? Like I know because I've done it, but explain it to the people. Like I've got Verizon here. Can I pull up?
Yeah,
Sports
just about on
Grid,
any
or-
platform. So it's not your traditional TV like ABC, NBC. It's not even cable, like where you buy and get ESPN in a package like that. They're called fast television, like free advertised supported television. I think that's what it stands for.
Okay.
So essentially, like if you have an Apple TV or a Roku TV or a Samsung TV, or it's just about everything.
Like a
Amazon
demand thing,
Fire
like
Stick or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a demand thing or
So usually
internet
all
thing.
those devices have like 500 channels. They've got
Okay.
Little House on the Prairie 24 hours a day, or different cooking shows. Well, the Sports Grid is a sports channel that talks
Okay.
about sports betting 24 hours a day. But now they have the Color Up show on their thing as well.
Now, what is the Color Up show on there? Is that
It's essentially me re-editing my YouTube videos and putting it up there.
okay?
For now.
now.
They
So
do want to do a new show with me, but
So they're not interviewing
Yeah.
you. You're not interviewing people. There's not a TV studio or anything yet.
no.
Okay. All right. So,
So
that's Sports Grid.
Yeah, so I should back up to kind of
Okay.
give a little context for all of this, how this works,
Okay.
and it might help people understand a little bit. So when I was young, no, not that far back. About 8 years ago, I started YouTube, right, as a hobby.
Okay.
And I think it was about 2001, a little after COVID or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was making money on YouTube, and how you make money on YouTube is they have ads. You see ads before
Right.
and after videos or whatever. If you skip them, I don't get paid, but it doesn't matter. A certain number of people, right? So just like traditional people run ads, they pay YouTube, and then I think YouTube content creators like myself, we get like a 40% cut of whoever advertised. Whatever you guys see is advertised. They paid YouTube.
Okay.
And YouTube pays me 40% of that. So I started making some decent money,
Okay.
enough to where I'm like, I'd love to quit my job. That's everyone's dream, to quit my job. Wasn't quite enough. And I'll actually show you how much money YouTubers make here in a second.
Okay.
But I then started my club, and I didn't think that much of it, but I had so much support from my club. It was amazing. The hundreds of people that came in to support through the Color Up Club. Then I decided to quit my job and go full time. So having said that, between those two was 99% of my income. Now, it wasn't enough to support the family. Like, my wife still is working full time.
Right.
And this was just like, all right, I'm going to take a leap of faith. Right?
Roll
this
the
is
dice.
not like,
Roll the
now
dice.
I'm sitting cushy
Right.
and I'm just going to make these YouTube videos and have a club. This is like, okay, if I do this, now I can dedicate more time to trying to find sponsors and TV deals and all that.
So none of this
So-
is lifestyle changing money that you're getting to. It's just
No.
maintaining what you had before.
This lowers my standard of living significantly. I'm taking a big pay cut
Okay.
to go full time with YouTube,
When you
but I'm
did.
taking a chance
Right.
because I had my own production company, a video production company that I was doing good in.
Okay.
I could have stuck with that, but I'm like, you know what? Let's take the leap. Yes, I make significantly less money, and I'll show you that here now, I guess. But I'm like, I don't care. It's what I want. It's fun. It's a lot funner. And I can make my own path, right? All right. So let me just open up where you can find about how much people make on YouTube. Well, let me start with this.
All right.
I started in April of 2017.
Okay.
In October is when they've changed the rules now where you have to have like 1,000 subscribers and blah, blah, blah. But back then you didn't have to, but you had to make $100 before you got your first paycheck from them. So April to October, I don't know how that long, 8 months or something like that.
Sure.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
most of the year. By then, after 8 months, I had 634 subscribers and I had about 140,000 views. And I got my first paycheck from YouTube for $117.
Wow.
Yeah, so they do pay you, but $100 especially, it doesn't go very far, Jim.
Not like it used to.
No. So let me show you. Let's see. There's this website called Social Blade,
Mm-hmm.
and it pulls in all the viewership data and tells you could search up anything. We'll look at Mr. Beast maybe in a second. All right. So you could search Color Up. There I am.
All right. And this is a site that's open to the public. This isn't
Yeah. You can
Yeah,
sign.
yeah.
I
like
don't- you can make an
anybody who's
account and do
listening right
something, but-
now can
Yeah.
log
If you
in.
want to listen, go check out your favorite YouTubers. Go right now.
Okay.
Tells me how many subscribers. This is how many views to date I have, which is pretty wild, right? 38 million. Yeah, here I started in
that's a lot.
February.
Mm-hmm.
This is cool. Out of all the YouTubers, I have the 2,200 most subscribers.
Out of all the YouTubers on
Yeah.
the planet or whatever, Earth,
Yeah.
you're in the top 200.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Not very. I mean, I think it's like the percent that get to 1,000 is tiny. Like most people don't get past
And
the
somebody
1,000
told me
subscribers.
like it's less than 1% of all of them get to 100K. I think I saw
it's
that
something ridiculous.
In
I
the
mean, because I'm the top 2,000. Although the views, there's a lot of channels that have. I'm way down with. There's a lot of smaller channels than me that get a lot more views. So
okay.
anyway, and so YouTube does not pay according to subscribers at all. Has nothing to do with it. It all has to do with views.
Okay.
So this is where I sit for the last 30 days, 400,000. That's pretty much my average. Sadly, it's probably been my average for since I went full time. My views really haven't went up. They kind of have, flatlined a little bit.
And what do you mean it's your average? What do you mean by that?
Average
video,
essentially
Doug?
last 3 videos, I get about 400,000 views every month.
Okay.
Why I'm saying that is because essentially for the last 3 years since I went full time, my income at YouTube hasn't changed.
So it's been consistent.
Yeah, it has been consistent.
It's not
which is-
growing though.
Well, a little bit about YouTube consistency. So my demographic is middle-aged men, right? During the summers, they go outside.
Okay.
Right? They play sports. They go on family vacations, water sports,
Cruises.
cruises. The views tend to go up in the winter
All
or
right.
fall, and spring. Not so much winter because then it's like holidays and stuff like that. So the views go down.
Okay.
So the views are up and down all over the place. It'll go from 400, which is my average, down to 300, up to 500. Kind of bounces around, right?
Okay.
Now, next you see the earnings. So, well, I guess you have to bend to see.
Yeah,
So
I'm sorry.
YouTube
It's
pays
me.
you. Yeah, no,
I'm sorry.
yeah, it's just distracting me, but that's okay.
Okay, I'll
YouTube
try not-
pays you what's called an RPM, something revenue per mil. It's essentially what they pay you per 1,000 views
Okay.
for advertising. And this number here is based off the low end for a month is if they paid me 25 cents per 1,000 views.
Okay.
And this number here is if they pay me about $4.
And again, per
1,000
month.
views.
Per month.
Yeah, so if my RPM's $4, then 400,000 views equates to $1,800 for the month.
Wow.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah.
As a part-time
Hustle.
hobby job.
Yeah.
Now, if I were to try to live off of $2,000 a month for
Can't
a
do it.
family,
Yeah, it's hard.
24,000, or that's below poverty level. That's pretty tough. Now, it does change. That's not consistent. So $4 at the end of the year, right? A lot of companies, you've heard of like Black Friday and Christmas.
Yeah.
They punch a lot of money into advertising in November and December. So it goes above 4.
Okay.
It's been below 4. It bounces around, like literally depending on how the economy goes, how advertising's. What's your
So
work
that's
to
a
advertisers?
ballpark. And those are actual numbers tied to your channel. That's a ballpark.
Well, that's the only ballpark. So all the other numbers are spot on. Like this is, 14,000. Let's see, what is that? Yeah, 14,000 views a day, 67 subscribers. Those numbers are accurate. The only thing's not accurate is they're just guessing based off of, I think it says like off of all YouTubers. Like they're like, the dude probably makes $4.
Okay.
May make more, may make less.
All right.
So just so you know, I'm not retiring off this. YouTube's a great side hobby, hustle income, but it's also a lot of work, right? So just so you know, I'm not getting rich off of YouTube because these are my views. Now, I don't know, you guys, we've been talking about Bluff a lot lately. Let's check him out. New on the scene. Look how many views he's made
Wow.
this month.
Yeah.
18 million views.
Yeah.
So, fairly enough, he's bringing the views, he's bringing the advertisers. At that $4 rate, he's making $70,000 a month.
$70K a month. Up to $70K a month.
Yeah, well, he could be making more. Maybe, like some
Depends
people,
on the
they go,
month.
wow, he's doing a lot of views. I want to dump more advertising. I mean, he may be making $8, and this would be double per month. I don't know. No one knows. In most,
For sure. Yeah.
yeah, YouTube rules. We're not. I know my number, but I'm not allowed to state it, and it does change. So
Okay.
I mean, sometimes he might go on the low end. This is probably his average. He could go
Wow.
higher, right? And it depends on your niche too. Business channels, like if you talk about stock trading or mortgages, those type of channels tend to get in the $10 to $15 range.
Okay.
So if those guys, if they were doing these kind of numbers, would be making, easily $150,000, $200,000 a month.
A month.
in YouTube.
Wow.
So there's certainly YouTubers that can make that's mind-blowing income, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But you see his channel, how exciting. He dumps, I don't know, what is it, 10 grand a day in gambling, right?
Yeah.
So
he's
he does pay
reinvesting
for it. I don't know his cost, right? But he's doing really amazing. So kudos to him. Amazing job. Me, I'm slow and steady, but I am making, a couple $1,000s a month in YouTube.
Okay.
So,
Now, let me ask you this, because
anything unclear about any of that?
no.
We're not getting any comments or questions.
No,
but that's okay.
that's
We'll
what
say
I'm
later.
saying. This might be where people are checking out. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's too boring for them.
Maybe, but why was it on your heart this week? Because I think I know the answer, because I was out picking up aluminum cans.
Yeah.
Why is this the subject this week?
Well, so everyone goes, "Oh, you're a YouTuber. You make your money from YouTube." Clearly, I do make some money from YouTube. I do not make a living from YouTube, or I can't sustain a livelihood, right? So yeah, socialblade.com. Glad you find it interesting. So I have recently got a sponsor. I think we started off this, they do F1. They're big. They're huge.
They're big guy. Yeah, but
they're big.
We didn't get to the
meat of it.
What?
The reason is they are now a sponsor of mine. What that means is they pay me money directly to spread the good news about their channel. Product, service, whatever.
Right, whatever it is. So
I guess I'm in week 2. I've started streaming from their website. And mentioning, hey, if you go to their website, you can sign up, get a free account, play for free. It's a free casino, online social casino.
Okay.
And I'm very clear about it. Their goal is that it's like these apps on your phone. You could spend real money to buy fake digital stuff to
fake
keep playing.
Coins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what they want you to do. So that's why they want my audience, right? So it's just like traditional television. You love whatever your favorite TV show, Seinfeld. Well, there's advertisers. These guys have decided, hey, I think Color Up's audience is valuable. We'd love to share our name in front of them. We're going to pay you directly to do that.
Okay.
So it's just a advertising relationship with this company. And I knew a lot there are a certain percentage of people that are not going to like this or understand this, right?
Okay.
So I'm getting many people that unsubscribe. People come and go. That's fine. That's fair. And then also there was only one person in one of my streams that said something, but he was like, "Oh, well, you're pushing a scam, right?"
What's the beef? I mean, what are they what's their beef with you?
And so I've been starting getting several YouTube comments. Hey, I can't believe you're scamming people, pushing some website and taking money, selling out, blah, 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 blah. What's their intention behind that?
I mean, yeah. I guess what I'm saying is,
I think it's because they don't understand. Like, again, I've got to earn a living,
right?
So I have chosen to accept a sponsor, and now I have to talk about the sponsor. They're not going to pay me if I just don't keep my mouth shut, right? That's just how the real world works. You have to advertise for sponsors for them to pay you. So why I don't know why people are bothered by that. I mean, they might be bothered by the specific site. Like, maybe if it was a name brand like Caesars or MGM, they'd be like, yeah, cool, good for you. I don't know, right? Because it's a social casino. Maybe that's why. Maybe they're mad that I'm taking money. I don't know. I mean, it's such a small minority.
I mean, it hasn't changed anything as far as your regular monthly YouTube videos.
Yeah, this is an addition to.
You're doing live streams. This is something different. You're not like doing live stream of combining strategies from.
Right. I'm not playing craps and then go, hey, today's craps. Yeah, it's not. No, it's just an addition to. And yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really affect the general YouTube viewer. So, and it is, let me be clear, I'm not crying about this or complaining. It's just such a small minority that thought, it's a good chance for me to kind of explain how this full-time income works as a YouTuber, right? Because for most YouTubers, I mean, Bluff, there are examples that are, but like I showed, I'm in the top 2,000 channels, right? So,
and you're still not making enough
right. So there's a very small percentage of people that are making good money. And obviously at this point, he has to pay assistants and helpers and blah, 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 right? And I'm still a one-man solo crew. So Yeah, there's not many channels out of the thousands that you would think are doing great can just make YouTube videos and go, oh, okay, I'm good. You've got to have other sources of income. So I wanted to share some of those sources of income. I have
Okay.
kind of a
So you
list.
got the list. So you've got the YouTube money.
And YouTube money, which we
You've got
showed how much
you
that is.
share it. And that's called Social Blade.
This website is called Social Blade, and you can look
Social
up
Blade.
any channel you want. You can search them. You can actually, I don't know how it works because I don't know how the payment works for other places.
Okay.
But obviously I'm a YouTuber. I know how YouTube works. So you can look up any channel on YouTube and find out approximately how many views, and then they're going to give you that estimate. $4
Right.
is the average per channel. Some channels
Okay.
make less, some make more, but you can kind of guess,
Okay.
and see.
So you got YouTube money.
Mhm.
You've got now you have a spot. You had the club money, right?
Well, yeah.
Because
So let me
people-
go in order.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
started YouTube.
Mhm.
That ain't going to cut it. I added the club. So back then, YouTube was 70% of my income. The club was 30% of my money. That's when I made the leap. So that tells you how much I'm making from the club and YouTube.
Right.
Maybe
You can
Kinda gives
figure
an
it out.
idea.
Mhm.
The rest is 1% and below, and I'll tell you the rest because they're still 1% or below.
Okay.
Amazon. I used to put up links, but there's not much you could sell in crap. So they have an affiliate program where you've probably seen it on other sites. Like,
yeah,
hey,
I've heard
click
it
on
from
my
other
link.
podcasts. Yeah.
Yeah, click on my link to buy this pen. And if you buy this pen,
You
I
get
think
a
it's
couple
24 hours. Anything you buy in the next 24 hours, I get in it depends on the merchandise or whatever, but it's like 1% or 2% or 3% or whatever. You get percentage back. So it's a link pushing you to Amazon. If you
Right.
send a shopper to Amazon, they send you money for whatever they buy. That's like less than 1%. I make about $40 to $50 a month from Amazon.
Okay.
Shopify is my store.
On
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 my
the
website,
ColorUp.club.
Yeah, that's who I run my store through.
Oh,
I
and
have
hey, and
items
by the
listed
way,
there.
can you take the Social Blade down?
Oh yeah.
Since
we
we're
can
not
take that
talking
down.
about it.
We don't need that.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. So
Uh,
Shopify.
yeah, that again. So I sell. You buy a shirt there or whatever. I don't
Hey,
mark
look.
anything up. That one's from Amazon though, I think.
Okay.
But I usually do it like $2 profit, $3 profit, something like that.
Okay.
Because I'm not $40 for a T-shirt, so I can make $20 doesn't make any sense. So I'd rather
Right.
an $18 T-shirt be $20. So I make about $40 to $50 on my store a month.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't even. Dicer
Oh yeah. Yeah. Dicer.
is an affiliate of mine.
Okay.
So they're a software program,
yes. They are.
and I get a percentage if anyone signs up for the paid account on Dicer.
Okay.
Um,
But it's free for club members.
well, it is free
Used
for
to
club
be.
members because I pay for it.
Oh, it's coming out. So you're paying for it.
Yeah. So essentially, I don't know if they want me.
It's
to
out of your cut. But anyway.
Yeah, I
whatever.
make whatever I make from Dicer. I'm just saying it's not a huge amount. I then pay for my green. I have to buy the accounts for all my green members. All my green
Okay.
members get a free Dicer account, but I'm paying for that. I do get a discounted rate for it, but I'm paying for that.
Okay.
So, for instance, like last month, I made $4 off
Wow.
of Dicer.
$4 whole dollars.
Yeah, in a month. So I'm not getting rich there either, Joe.
Okay. It's a very low percentage.
Yeah, again, but those are my
Hey, but
sources.
you
of
never
income.
know what's going to be the next
never
SpaceX or
know.
Apple. You know,
Yeah, you
we
never
don't know.
You never know. So essentially, YouTube 66%, Club 33%, the rest is 1%.
Okay.
Then I added, and that's when I went full time. I'm like, yes, below poverty income for the year, but I'm going for it.
Okay.
Then I added Sports Grid as a television opportunity, and I don't know the percentages. It's bigger than my club and YouTube combined.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's just with Sports Grid?
with Sports Grid.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so with Sports Grid, and I have a 1-year contract with an option for a second. So hopefully in October we get to renew.
Renegotiate.
Well, I don't know.
Right now,
Yeah,
people-
I don't think I get to renegotiate. I
I'm
think it's
kidding.
literally they just continue.
Take it or leave it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's taking it like we're going for the second year, or we're kicking you out. I've heard the
Okay.
number. They're telling me the numbers are really good, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'll get to continue for a second year. But now I am making a real income.
I'm
Just a real like-
boy.
Yeah, I'm a real boy now, Jim.
boy. I'm making money full time with craps.
Yeah.
there you
I
go.
haven't done it yet, but I'm like, you know what? I could probably do, like they suggest, 10% towards retirement and stuff. Because I've had a lot of jobs. I have no retirement yet, so I got a lot of catching up to do here, Jim.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
now I'm making a big boy income.
Okay.
I'm not buying Maseratis yet,
No.
but I'm making a good, healthy, average American income. And then my wife's still working, so together we're a 2-income household. Plus, all my kids are almost gone. I'm still paying for the one in college, but
Okay.
we're almost there, making a decent, middle American income. So I have arrived as a YouTuber, and now I am a full-time income YouTuber.
I would.
And
Well,
yeah,
let me
go
say
ahead.
this. Let me ask you this. Is that really true if you're getting this big percentage from Sports Grid? Would you call
so
yourself
it's a very
full-time
volatile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know you're like Sports Grid is
Mhm.
you're using your YouTube videos as the content for the
Yeah.
channels. But
Yeah, I guess I'm more of a television producer. I don't
or
know. I
you're
don't know.
maybe you're a hybrid. You're a
Yeah,
hybrid.
for sure. But it is volatile. Like anyone could be fired at any time. We've seen that. The economy's volatile or whatever. It's the same thing with me. But that's the deal you take. You take a little more risk when you're working for yourself.
Right. Risk
I'm working
reward.
for myself. I took a leap for a couple years. I was barely scraping by. Now I'm comfortable
Okay.
with Sports Grid. So it go away in 1 year or in October when the contract ends, or I don't renegotiate? Yes. Could it get bigger if Sports Grid goes away and I get something else? Yes. I'm betting on myself, right? As a whatever, self-employed person.
Yeah.
And then, so if to fill in holes, because I know that could end at any time. Like I
Mhm.
said, the YouTube could just swing. Hey, we're in depression now, and now you're getting paid $1 per 1,000 views or whatever.
Yeah, there could be some macro factors.
Yeah, there's been stuff where
economic,
YouTube has
yeah,
shut me
swings.
off for 4 or 5 months. I had zero income from YouTube. There's things that happen, right?
Right.
So I've got to shore up my income, and one of that is finding sponsors. And so
And this latest sponsor,
This
which
latest
we have
one,
not named,
it's the social
for whatever
casino.
reason, that one, not Sports Grid, but
Right.
this other one that's a big one
Yeah.
is kind of rubbed people the wrong way because it's coins and
Yeah,
little
and
green
it's
men from Mars.
it was the risk I was taking because they do not have a craps game yet. I would have loved to have taken one that had a craps game. They said maybe it'll come, but
Not
they
yet.
didn't have a craps game. I'm like, you know what? It's gambling adjacent, and if you want to get in front of my audience, I'm not promised. I didn't promise them anything. Like I'm like, there may everyone won't like it, or no one's going to click through, and they're like, fine, we'll take the chance and we'll pay you. And I mean, it's as simple as that. So there's no, it's a 2-month thing. They pay me for 2 months. If they're like, oh, we didn't really see any results, they go find the next person to sponsor, and they don't sponsor me anymore, which is whatever.
Mhm.
And that's why I've got to keep moving on, because I'm not making bluff money yet.
Right.
I'm not making the views, right?
Right.
Not complaining. I'm
No.
doing great. But as a YouTuber, you have to get sponsorships and other outside things happening. And you do that by having an audience.
Now I have an idea.
Yeah.
Next time we're together in a casino, but we've got to get a casino to agree to this. We could be the anti-bluff.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, hey, this is Jeremy from Color Up. We've got a $12 6. Let's see if we can hit it. And at 14, baby, yes.
Yeah,
and
I don't
you
think
put it
anyone-
out
I
in
don't
the
think
short,
anyone-
put it out in the short, and then 1-minute video and just see what happens. I don't know. Maybe it could take off.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think people love to watch him because he puts
The
down
big
the big
money.
money, right?
Big
Yeah.
money. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to look and see if they've listed me. I was supposed to be. Someone asked a great question. I found you on Sports Grid is only at the time listed. It changes week to week, but at a Pacific time, I was on it. I think at 9:00.
I found
East
I've
Coast,
watched
it was
I've
midnight.
watched you twice on the Sports Grid, and
Yeah.
it's on our Roku TV, and I want to say it was like 9
Let's see if
o'clock, and
they
then
still
there was
have it
another
listed on
time
me.
at like 12 o'clock at midnight or something.
Yeah, so what they do is they show
Twice a day.
twice a week. Let me see if I
Twice
can
a
show-
week. not
Oh,
a
it's up.
day.
No, twice a week, and then they run reruns at
Okay.
certain times. So that I don't know. Here's where they are. Samsung TV Plus. You're on Roku, Prime Video.
Yeah,
Fire
Roku's
TV,
where I saw it.
LG TVs, Vizio, YouTube TV, Fubo, Sling. They're. I don't know where they're not. They're not
Okay.
at. So. Let's see. Let's go live. Let's see what they have on right now. It's probably some guy talking about sports betting.
And that's the majority of their stuff.
That's what
is
they do.
sports
Yeah,
betting.
yeah. They just have a couple other people,
Mhm.
and I'm one of them. So
Do they have an app?
yeah, I believe they do.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Very
Sports
good.
Grid app. Yeah, so you can
Okay.
watch it whenever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of the nutshell. The majority of us as YouTubers, it's not pay. I showed you the numbers. It's not.
It's tough.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I'm having fun playing a game and making income. And if I would have kept it as my hobby and kept my real job, it's tough to maintain because then you get wore out, right? Because you're
working
8 hours,
full-time,
9 hours
you work-
a day, and
yeah.
then you work on this. So I was working 2 full-time jobs for many, many years. But now, I'm not. But YouTube is not going to pay the bills, right? So that's why you got to do sponsorships and take advertisers and find other outside things. So I hope that explains a little bit for everyone. Completely available to ask.
Yeah.
Whatever questions you like.
Mm-hmm. And so you want to open up the phone lines and see if anybody's got any questions for you?
I mean, I guess we could do phone, or they could type them in. Let's see.
Or they
have
could
any-
text
Do
them?
you have any questions that I didn't clarify, or?
No, I think
Does
you
that
went
make
over
sense?
every stream as far as I know of income that you've ever mentioned or anything. Now, I know there was
Yeah, there's things like DiceCon and stuff. But
Yeah.
that's like a zero sum. I don't make any money on them.
that
There's stuff
just
like that. But
yeah. So like for the DiceCon junk, you're basically arranging the dinner,
Yeah.
you're arranging the ordering some things for the swag bags and time for Casino Quest, that kind of thing. You just put it together a number. I've got
And if there's any extra
75,
money,
100
I just
people,
do it
yeah,
as like prizes or whatever.
prizes and stuff. Yeah, for the table.
Because otherwise, it'd be like, oh, you know what? I mean, I know some people do it, like certain people in the craps community, but
oh
you
yeah,
come visit me for $2,000.
private lesson. Yeah, hang out with Jeremy
and,
for $2,000.
Yes, then I can
Yeah.
pull it off. But let's see, Bluetooth. Gonna turn this on.
So you're getting the phone ready while
Yeah,
we're waiting.
It's
Okay.
connected, so if anyone wants to call in,
So yeah, if anybody's got a question, you can call in at the number, which is 678. The most common numbers in craps 7, and then the horn numbers 2, 3, 11, and 12. And you can go right to the front of the line because there's no producer. It's just Jeremy with a telephone, and you can go right there. And now listen, this is a great comment coming straight from your sister. She thinks you're doing an amazing job.
well,
And,
thank you. I
and
don't know.
I do too.
I've never talked to her and told her exactly how I make money or anything, but
Well, she listened
she's-
tonight.
she
So
does
the
all kinds of accounting, so she probably had a good
veil
idea.
has been torn
TV
over
show
there.
and this and
Veil
that.
has been torn.
And thanks to Justin saying it's very cool that I was transparent. Yeah, I tried to be.
Yeah, I
got-
wish there was more stuff. I wish we had like happier things. What I would love to see with
What is happy? It
Go
only
ahead.
the bad comments and stuff like that only triggered it to mention, but I could care less. Those couple people are going to be angry if I, quit. I don't know. Like they're going to be angry no matter what. I think there's a certain percentage of people. If I said hey, I've got Jim the Professor's school is not going to sponsor me for $1 million
Right.
a video, or they would hate that. If I said, you know what, I'm going to live on the streets and give all my money away to
the
some
poor or whatever.
organization, they would hate that. Like some people are going to be snake eyes. Yes, do some live casino videos. That's been a dream of mine for a long time. Couple great meetings this week. I can't say
Maybe.
anything more than that.
Okay.
Other than it seems very likely. I mean, there's a reason I came to Vegas, right?
Yep.
It opens up opportunities and makes the logistics of it quite a bit easier. So hopefully live casino.
Now
is
you
a part
say
of this.
YouTube doesn't give a lot of money when it comes to subscribers. It's all about the views,
It
right?
has nothing to do with subscribers. Yeah,
Right.
You can have,
But
yeah.
I do think there's some value as a humble little marketing teacher. And I think that's why Sports Grid and this other place that you can't name that sponsors UFC fights and all, why they're interested in your audience, because your audience on YouTube is what, 122K now or whatever your subscribers audience. So even if they
I'm not
get
saying
like
it, yeah.
1 or 2%, that's opening doors for you. I think that's going to enable you to
Correct.
get in
So
front of other people.
They go hand in hand, really. So, yes, they don't pay you based off of whatever. So, someone with 1,000 subscribers but keeps doing viral videos, all of a sudden, they would get paid a lot more, right? If they're getting millions of views. But a lot of times that doesn't necessarily happen like that. Usually, you build up a big audience, or people like your stuff, then they subscribe. So they do go hand in hand and to a degree. Now, I could tell you, and there's plenty of guys that are doing, have great channels, and they're in that $1,000 to $5,000 or 5,000 subscriber area. They may or may not be getting an email or contact from anybody. This is how it worked for me. And this is why it's kind of a big deal that I'm now taking sponsor. Not a big deal, but I finally am doing it. Once you have about 10,000, and this is where it goes hand in hand. Once you're about 10,000 subscribers, companies, whatever, they do take notice.
They find you.
They find you because they probably filter and go, okay, he's doing something right, because he's got 10,000 subscribers now. So at that point, you start getting emails, or at least I did, but it's stuff like, hey, I'll give you a free gaming chair if you mention my gaming chair.
So kind of like product placement kind of stuff.
Product placement stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're paying you or anything, and it's weird stuff. Some of it doesn't. I mean, a chair is almost like the best example. I mean, I've gotten like just the craziest stuff you can think of. Companies will be like, we'll give you like $100 if for the next 2 weeks you'll mention our like plastic drawer organizer from whatever.
Oh
Temu
my
or something
gosh.
like that.
Look at my brand new calculator. I just love it.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
a calculator might be useful for craftspeople, but I'm just saying, like,
I don't know.
the dumbest stuff
Yeah.
that, like,
Oh, okay.
my audience would never get any use or whatever, and they wanted me to, like,
I just love my Dollar
Yes.
Tree bubble
right,
stuff.
my bottle of bubbles. I'm gonna,
bottle of bubbles.
and so that's why, like, for years, I say no. So 10,000, it happens. At 50,000 subscribers, it ramps up again. There's a whole new list, and then they start saying, hey, what do you think it would take to sponsor on your channel? And then people, they offer like maybe $1,000 or a couple hundred. But again, you're like, okay, $1,000. But I gotta talk about this thing that's beneficial to middle-aged men or crafts players, like zero, completely has nothing to do with nothing for the next month. Like, I'm not going to do that for $1,000, right?
Okay.
And then there's a whole nother level once you get to about 100,000. Now it's like I get 10 emails a day. People want to meet. People want to use my audience,
Okay.
right? Because
Now,
they want to get in front of you.
it's substantial. And this is where I'm hoping, because I think the reason why, and I've told you this before, I've mentioned on this podcast before, I think sincerity is what you are. I don't think there's any kind of scuzzball side of Jeremy and Color Up. We've had 4 great dice cons. The people in the Color Up Club specifically who go to dice con are what I would call normal, ordinary, regular people. There's no lunatic fringe that I can see. And whenever we've ever had anybody who's like that, they've kind of weeded themselves out a little bit. But I would love to see it continue to grow, and eventually craps, and maybe you're the guy, I don't know, but craps get back to at least a higher position in the casino world, a higher position to where it's not all about 85% slots in there, and all the other little table games are battling for a little small piece of the pie. WSOP, World Series of Poker, a lot of attention, huge money involved in that. I'd love to see something with it doesn't have to be that big, but it's something along the way to where we're having either contest, convention, or something. And but for whatever reason, craps just has not ever had that, because, and it's weird because you would think it would, because it's the most social game out of all of them. When poker, I win, you lose, or vice versa. And with craps, we can all win or we can all lose or whatever. So there's a kind of seesaw to it. But anyway, that's one of the things that I was thinking about.
Yeah, it's
there.
been one of my, what I call mission statements of my Color Up business is to grow the game of craps. So, yeah, I mean, it was sexy and a big deal, with the Rat Pack in Vegas and whatever. But yeah, and there's, I mean, no denying there is an intimidation factor hurdle for beginners
for the regular first person who's getting ready.
So now
to play.
we're, not to be an old grumpy man, but now we're dealing with Gen Z. They're phone people and they're social people, and they, how do you, I don't know,
connect?
You're right. So, that's why it's always a question. Hey, is the casino industry dying? No, the new people do come in and fill a spot, but most of them are coming in and they're trying to figure out ways to make slot games more fun, right? And more appealing to these younger people. So, I don't know the answer. I know one part of it is, hey, get it on more television, get in front of a wider audience. Not everyone's searching, right? You got to search craps to stumble across it on YouTube.
Yeah. You have to type
and
it in.
Who's searching that except for, and this is where a lot of my views come from, right? You turn 21 or you're going to Vegas for the first time. Other than that, the rest of the nation, I mean, craps.
Maybe going on a cruise or something.
Right?
I don't
Maybe.
know. Where else can you play? Really.
There's so many small peoples. But if it is like on a regular sports channel, and just in front of a wider audience, go, what is this? Right? Like maybe. But yeah, it is a tough hill to climb. But I've been doing what I can do for the last few years.
Yeah, and you've done a really good job. And to have 122K is absolutely amazing, and it's continuing to grow. It hasn't gone down any. So yeah, I don't know. That's one of my things too. I would love to see that. And I know a lot of people are popping up some questions and stuff now, but
yeah, let's go through some of those.
Yeah. So we can. You want to start at the bottom?
Yeah, whatever you kind of.
Yeah. Well, I see some. Well, here, I'll just grab this one from Tim there. It says, let's see, show. Here we go. Tim checking in. He says, how difficult is it to advertise or get your name out there so people find you and watch? Like, is there things that you could do to boost your penetration with YouTube to where they would shoot you out a little bit more?
Well, yeah. So, I mean, I've done everything organically, right? Because I started as part-time hobby, right?
Right.
I can be just like any other advertiser, and I could buy ads on other YouTube videos.
Okay.
And advertise my channel. I mean, it doesn't have to be Bud Light or Ford, Chevy. Like it could be.
You
Color
could have a
Up.
commercial for Color Up.
Yeah, yeah. There, I can go on YouTube.com right now, and I don't wherever you find it. I think it's called. I don't know, YouTube ads or something. Google ad. It's essentially Google ads, right? Say I want to be placed on YouTube, and I can even choose, get zero down on my marketing. You target audience. You know more about this,
Right? Yeah,
I
yeah.
could advertise just during the Super Bowl on YouTube or whatever I want. Yes, I could dump money into it that way. But as I kind of went through earlier, I'm just now at a level where I'm making
the advertising
very
budget's not
blessed.
there.
I'm making a happy life. Am I going to now take $100,000 and invest in advertising and hopefully skyrocket? I'm not, because I don't have 100,000. Nor am I going to have it anytime soon. So
Okay.
but yeah, if maybe that's not your question completely, but yeah, I can do that sort of advertising. I mean, I could do guerrilla advertising of like going out to casinos, handing
So like
out
everywhere you
business
see a
cards,
Uno
flyers.
card, you put a
Yeah,
Color Up.
I could put stickers all over the place. Like
Color Up. Yeah.
there are things to do. What's worth it? What's going to get viewers? But like in the numbers, the viewership, and now if we're talking about growing the game of craps, that's good, but that's small. That's not going to move the needle as much. If I could get, if I went out to Vegas this weekend and hustled and got 1,000 viewers, like I said, that's on average, that's $4, right?
Yeah.
And I'm seeing 1,000 people. But if I can get a sponsor and on a television show and reach 100,000, so that's where you got to like kind of weigh and balance what you do and you don't do. It's no different than any other, you as a dentist or as a lawnmower
you get
company
to a point where, you got to
where does it
decide.
make sense and when doesn't. And then some people are just more, ballsy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you talk about Elon is a huge success, but they're like, if you look at the history of all of his companies, they almost all went broke.
Almost, yeah.
He borrowed millions and millions of dollars.
Took a chance.
Took a chance, right? And
Yeah.
I'm
in
very
himself.
much conservative. I do things cash. I don't take out loans. I've been
Not going into
burnt
debt.
by loans
Yeah.
and stuff in my past. I'm not going into debt to try to grow exponentially. So there's some things that I'm
gotcha.
probably never going to achieve because I'm not that guy. I'm just not
No,
that guy.
but I think you could achieve some of this because of suggestions. And I know Wary Byer has brought up one, a great club member, about YouTube creator meetups that you've shared on your channel. You've done a really nice job when you have been in Vegas collaborating with other YouTube channels, and you've made great relationships with people like, Casino Quest and, Brian, and, you've actually on, with guys like King Dice, we were talking beforehand. But there's and it gets back to sincerity. There's a certain group in the craps world community that they're not as sincere. I don't think they're not as honest, and there's almost kind of like they're trying to make more of their money. And again, everybody can do what they want to with it, but a fool and their money is soon parted. But whether they be selling different classes or expertise or strategies or whatever. And I think when you get to all those kind of people, I don't think those are good. But I think if you keep focusing on the good folks, I think you're going to get some collaboration and you'll, pick up some viewers.
Yeah, there's been a couple of comments about collabs and stuff. And that, again, another reason I'm coming to Vegas. So I'm going to have more opportunities. I'm trying to take care of some stuff, let alone, still settling in, but, talking with sponsors and TVs. And I got to get my ducks in order before I am like, okay, cool. Things are running smooth. Let's go out and, talk to what Vegas Ruby and all kinds of people like that could help grow the channel, because they're Vegas people or they're slot people or whatever. And
right.
if they collab with me and meet
right
the craps guy, they might expand it and share it more. So that's a huge opportunity as collaborations and meetings. And someone mentioned tournaments with other YouTubers, and so that's going to be hopefully going forward a big process
Okay.
of growing the game of craps. So
Yeah, I think
those are
it'll
great
be
suggestions.
really good. And this one was more of a club internal one, but we used to do this a lot. And again,
Yeah.
this is probably going to fall on the shoulders of club members like me because there is no giant staff. But we used to have multiple times a year club tournaments, and you used to actually get some content out of those. You would go ahead and put the last one, the final match, you'd put it on the YouTube channel, that kind of thing. So maybe we can get some excitement going again that way. And I know they're hard.
Some of the problems that stop.
Yeah,
So
growing
on one
pains.
side, and I didn't mind this because
Yeah.
when you make YouTube videos, you make them for certain things. Some videos are to grow, some are for your base viewers and subscribers. And I know my base really love those things.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like viewership, and we're talking
Get
about earning money,
killed on that. Yeah.
they do terrible. No one wants to see them except for the people involved and our couple club members, right?
Yeah.
So that's a big problem with the videos. And then YouTube's like, oh, you're putting out crappy videos, right? Because no one's watching
They
your
pound
content.
you down. Yeah.
They pound you down a little bit. So
Yeah.
the other problem is literally the last two tournaments that we tried to organize,
They've been
we
tough.
couldn't get enough people
Yeah.
involved or enough
Dealers and
willing to
people
deal,
helping out.
and
Yeah.
So
But maybe we'll
was
try.
tough.
This is maybe we'll wait for a
we
state of the
definitely
club.
revisit it every year and
Yeah.
try to like, hey, we got enough people interested. So that's a good one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's,
Not only is the game intimidating to a beginner, but it requires a larger bankroll to place a few bets versus a single $10 blackjack bet. Maybe some low stake. Yeah, I've done some bubble craps in the past, and hopefully if I can get into a casino, I'm going to be doing more of those. One, I kind of like that, and I like being able to go, hey, I can play with $20, $40, $60, but
right.
I agree. Craps is not only is it intimidating, but it is an expense. If you know how to play it, it's okay, but it isn't expensive. Like it's
Yeah. It's not
I
a
mean,
cheap
blackjack
game.
is just expensive because you're doing $10, but it's
Multiple.
every,
Yeah.
it's $10 every time. At least here, like craps, you're putting out like $60, but at least it sits there
Hopefully.
until the 7 comes.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, right? Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it is, well, next hand. We
Yeah.
want another $60. But sometimes, you get 10 rolls or whatever, and it lasts you, 10 minutes. But that is a problem. But yeah, I'm not gonna be following in Bluff's footsteps anytime soon. Let me put it that way.
Not yet. Not yet.
No,
Unless you go with my idea.
if I get a big enough sponsor, I still
$5 table. All right. Hey, it's Jeremy. I'm all the way across the box.
Yeah,
I
could do 5. That's what I'm saying.
32
I would
across.
play. I would do that. I would go. You know what? Crapless craps. We're going $5 across all the numbers today.
There you go.
But at 500, 1,000, I'll
gonna
leave that
happen.
to those guys. I'm not going to risk that to grow.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm always probably going to be the common sense man of the people. You're not coming to me for the thrill, right? You're coming to me to maybe learn
Some
and
strategies.
see how a guy's going to play with 50, 200, maybe $500. I mean, that's what you're going to get from me. Sorry to disappoint. There are other people for the thrill, the dopamine hits.
Yes.
I'm not going to be that guy. So
Yeah. Now this one is non-YouTube-ish, but Ken was checking in and said, "Did the professor add a shelf behind him?" Yes. This is my new little change up here. Again, if you missed the beginning, usually I sit way up here and everything's up high, and I said, "No, I'm going to get back to a good level chair."
I can't
And
believe no
I'll put
one's
the
mentioned
shelf.
that handsome guy in the background staring at us. What?
Oh, that's one of my wife's Christmas gifts from a couple years ago. So this is my school. I don't know if you can see. That's my school picture for the yearbook photo.
I'll go full
make it
screen
big.
with you,
Full
Jim.
screen, yeah. And,
You're a little distorted. Your head when you squeeze it.
Yeah,
but
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I got my wife Bonnie Boo
I don't know if it's an
4
improvement or
4 big pillows, and they have different sayings on there.
Uh-huh.
And when she opened it up on Christmas Day, I went Facebook Live with it, and one of them says is my like this one, just my giant big picture, and it just says love. on there and my name.
So
And,
all four of them have your picture on it?
Oh yeah, and
Oh,
they're pictures of
okay.
me, and
Yeah.
they say, and then on one of them it has my picture, and then it says what matters most. So anyway, but yeah, we got a few of those, and then got some other stuff. But yeah, Ken, I changed it
He's
up
jazzing
a little
up
bit.
the background for us.
Yeah,
like a
I
real
figured
podcaster.
Joe Rogan can do it, and
Yeah.
eventually maybe I'll get the neon sign back here, the Color Up podcast. Maybe it could happen. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, now we got to share. I was pretty transparent. Now it's time to share your revenue. Jim, I think we can let them know how much I paid you for up and through June. What our podcast shows have made. Because what I do is I chop off the taxes, and then me and Jim split what I make on the podcast video. So if you're comfortable,
I'm comfortable.
Through
but
June 15th.
I forgot what the number was, but I think it was $80, 81?
It was $80, yeah.
$80. So yeah, and Jeremy's
we're
crushing.
We're trying to crush it.
Right down the middle, baby. Right down the middle.
Yeah, so we've made $160 with the podcast.
So here, I want to be transparent too, with mine. So 99.99999% of my income is from the school system, and maybe I need to put a few more nines on there, and then the 0.00000000001.
I mean, you're making more from your cans
money. Yeah, exactly. I did, and actually, when I hit the ATS, I did make more money.
But you got to start somewhere. Podcast is one of those things where it's more common. Because you don't get the ads as much. It's more sponsors. So people try to build an audience on podcast, and then they get a sponsor. So they're, for whatever reasons, a little more accepted than YouTubers. But
maybe I could. Maybe I don't know if I could afford a custom made Color Up sign, but maybe I could get a neon open.
Well, I mean, if you
sign
save up for multiple years, I don't. Yeah,
maybe
$80 for through June for half a year is not.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't want to blow. You're right, Tom. That's ATS money, baby. That's exactly right. That's
depends on if you go 555 though. It's.
I think. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. Well, we haven't had a chance, but that bet everybody was talking about last week.
Oh yeah.
The new bet.
I think we should save it for next week.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it alone. Sorry. But we'll talk about it next week because I'm excited about it. I found some more info about it. So we'll save it for next week.
We can talk about both weeks. You can mention what it is. We're not going to spoil anything.
No.
Because anyone who watches this long
is
or tuned out,
basically what I was talking about was the all-day hardways bet where you had to roll all four hardways of the 4, the 6, the 8, and the 10 before Big Red rolls, and it's like 146 for one, right?
Was that the odds or the payout?
That's the payout, 146. And House Edge was ever 20% on that. But to me, I mean, and again, we'll talk about it next week, but to me, it makes a lot of sense. And I'm not a hardways player.
And all of a sudden, a 20% House Edge bet makes sense to you.
For a guy who doesn't usually go above 1.
Well, I mean, what's the minimum? Do you have to bet like 1-1-1 on each, or is it you just throw in $1?
I think it's
or is it $5?
Yeah, I think it's at least 1.
I guess like all the games they can vary. I guess.
But I think it's at least 1-1. But you think about it when you play the ATS, you have to roll how many independent combinations before?
11.
Right.
11
different numbers, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily combinations, I should say, but 11 numbers.
11 numbers, yeah.
Right. So this one, you only have to roll
4.
Now they have to be a specific combination.
Yeah, they're the 1 out of 36 combos. Yeah.
Right. So 4 out of 36, you can do the percentages on there. So anyway, I've been thinking about this. Yes.
Do you lose the bet before the easy way?
No, that's what that's what I heard. You do not lose the bet if the easy way comes. I heard that on another podcast that it stays up. It only loses on the 7, only on the Big Red.
Well, so that makes it a little more interesting. Let's see. I could tell you what casinos it's at.
It's at Paris,
Planet Hollywood,
Planet Hollywood. Yep. And I think it's going to grow. I really do. I wish I would have thought of it and could have marketed it and maybe got it copyrighted, like bonus
the only
craps.
confusing thing is it's thanks for checking in. I'll see my sister. I'm going to a family reunion this week in Ohio.
So your sister will be there.
I think all of my siblings are going to be there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so no show next week because you'll be in Ohio?
That is the case. Breaking news.
Yeah, I figured that out. Very good.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yes, I will be out of town.
No show next week.
No
This
show next
just
week.
in, ladies and gentlemen. This just in.
El Cortez has it as well.
Okay.
Seahawks for life is saying.
Thank you. Thank you.
Easy way.
That's good.
The only confusing, so people typically, the hard ways have always been called the all day hard ways. And actually, you said it wrong because the hard ways all day.
I said it wrong?
No. Okay. The term all day hard ways has been around, and that usually differentiates between hopping them for one roll. The regular hard ways, a lot of people call them the all day hard ways because they stay up. They're not one roll bets.
I thought people said they were all day hard ways because they always wanted to be on them and they wanted to be working all the time. I've heard that. Is that not the case?
That is like another wrinkle in it that, yeah, I've heard people use that term in that way too, but it's
Okay.
also they don't come down. So yeah, what I'm saying is there's already other situations that have been called all day
Bet.
hard ways.
Okay.
And now this side bet, I wish it had a different name because I guess it's technically called hard all day is the side bet. So they put the hard in front.
Hard
So now
all
it's
day.
Hard
Okay.
all day is the side bet we're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently Al Cortez had as well. And they mentioned it's on crapless craps table. So Paris, Planet, and Horseshoe, it says on crapless craps. So I know Al
So
Cortez
not on a
has-
regular table, just crapless.
That's what this little thing you sent me sent. So I don't know. I got to do some more investigative
Research.
journalism.
Yeah, it could be like a whole Uno situation again.
I go down there, it's fake
Yeah.
news. And it's like, well, we were just marketing it, but
Fake news. Yeah. All right. But yeah, we can talk about that in a couple weeks after we've done some.
is that the only
extensive
way you're
knowledge.
going to watch the live show is if I dress up as Elvis? Although that is a really good gimmick. I could just show up every time dressed in a. I'd have to decide. It looks like I lost Jim. I'd have to decide which Elvis it is, right? Is it the 70s Elvis or the 50s Elvis? Jeremy, what's your latest cruise crap strategy? I need one for my first Royal cruise. I don't have a new one. I'm sticking with the old one. I do go back and forth, but I've been laying a number, usually the 10, and then betting the same amount inside. And then
Don't lay to
sometimes-
10. Pick any number to lay, but don't lay to 10.
And then sometimes I'll just use the don't pass. Elvis Jeremy would be phenomenal. Yeah, again, 70s Elvis or 50s Elvis. No difference. I'm probably more in the shape of a 70s Elvis, so I'd have to get like a white jumpsuit with rhinestones.
Yes.
Of course, I'm missing a little bit of the.
Well, they got wigs for that.
Yeah, they got wigs for that.
Yeah. And I don't know if you noticed, but I got bumped out of there.
Yeah, we lost you for a moment. I
don't know why.
I don't know what happened, but I figured you'd be back shortly.
Yeah. Well, I'm back.
Yeah,
Um,
but I
keep on
think things are
keeping on.
winding down.
Yeah, it appears
We
that
never
way.
did get any calls.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I blew everyone's mind, or maybe they're like, no one cares.
Well, maybe you destroyed everybody's YouTube dream because when you said,
Oof.
"Hey, you got 100,000, whatever,
Yeah, I'm not making
122,000,"
that much. Yeah.
yeah, it's like,
But again, like I said, at 10,000, 50, I mean, I know there's a guy I follow who's kind of known for, if you're in the 1 to 5,000 subscriber range, like being really proactive to get sponsorships, because it's unless you could do something to pull the numbers, like we showed you Bluff. I'm not picking on him. I love what he's accomplishing. That's an example of someone who actually is making YouTube money. The rest of us, no matter, and it seems like we're really big, we're just not making the lifestyles of the rich and famous. We're not even making,
Right.
teacher salary
No.
from YouTube. So, yeah, if you're a small YouTuber, don't be discouraged by that, but know that there is money out there, especially if you're in a very specific niche. Hey, I'm a woodworker who builds cars or something. You can find a sponsor to who would want that very specific audience is willing to pay for it, or and whatever kind of your YouTube channel is. You could do it. It's just hard work to find sponsors, and I did it the other way because I did a real job until the sponsors came to me. I grew big enough until the sponsors came to me, and then I weeded through tons of them, hundreds of them, and it's still do to this day.
And
Nice.
Seahawk for life. Yeah, I got a new 12-foot or acquired a 12-foot craps table to have fun. And that is a great way to do it. It's a lot cheaper. You can play, and I love it. I've got one in my room, but right now I've got so much junk on it. It's like a magnet, and I threw all my stuff in there after DiceCon, and I've rearranged the room 2 times. So yeah, no good, no bueno right now. But yeah, got to get that off. Let's see, hit that one there. But yeah, I got to get my table cleaned off. So,
Every night you lay the 10, then after the first hit, take the 9. Yeah, I've been debating whether instead of pulling down for less risk, actually taking the hit and pressing up the first hit, because I know if you pull the 9 down and then the 7 rolls, you lose no money. You completely break even. So you do have more risk. You'd have 2 bets because whatever you press and whatever's on the 9. So you would be losing, more if the 7 were to come. But if you could just get another hit, then you'd be in much better shape, and then you could pull down the thing. So how did he do? Do you know how he kind of did, Tim? Interesting to see. Like I showed you, like in my 8 sessions, only 1 came down. And you got to be very specific about it. There's adjustments. I think.
Oh, I made some adjustments
Jim
for
made
the
some adjustments, and
bad
sometimes
adjustments.
it works, sometimes not.
But I did get 2 cruises out of it, so I'm very happy with. For a 4-night cruise, that was really amazing to get this close within prime. Yeah.
There you go. He's the only one who made money.
Ah, there you go.
Must have been a pretty cold 4 days. But yeah. And I mean, that's what it does. It kind of hangs in there. It's not the big money maker, but it can be because once you're out of the hand. But it really is just a strategy about protecting for those micro rolls, 3 rolls, 4 rolls, and it doesn't hurt you. So
yeah, with the 2 hits.
Table. Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds about right. Yeah, if you do even at like 66 inside or something, you're going to get smoked if the table don't get you 3 rolls, right?
Yep. Now, Jeremy, should I be?
If he was doing the strategy just as I teach it, I lay for the same amount as I do the inside bets, which doesn't fully protect you. For instance, 44 inside, do a $40 lay. So if you hit the 7, you're only going to win 20 back. So it only is protecting half your inside bets. And then 66 inside, $60 lay. 110 inside, $100 lay. So you only with a 7's only protecting half. But but if you roll the 10, it doesn't sting as much as if you were to put $200 to protect 110 inside. And
Jeremy
Jim knows if that 10
it still stings, sir. It still stings. But
yeah. I played skill 66. It got crushed. Points. Yeah, and that's a strategy where you get out after 2 rolls, right? It's a very quick strategy.
2 rolls.
Yeah, well, 2 hits.
2 hits. Yeah, 2 hits. I mean, that should be easy.
It should be easy, but sometimes there are sessions and days you can't pull that off, and that's where that don't pass or that lay comes in handy. And other times it's just a waste. But it just it always just depends on how the session is.
Yeah, that's very true.
Sorry, I was continuing my thought, and you were starting to say something, and
I was starting to say something.
Bulldozed over you. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. What I started to say was, what do you think I ought to do with my $81? Put it in toward a neon sign back here, or what? What do you think? Open, like I could have
10% into retirement, 10% into savings.
but you're not a
10% for your
financial
kids.
planner and you're not playing one on TV. Yeah,
10% to gamble on,
Yeah.
and then the other remaining 40% to your wife, I guess. Oh
Yeah.
wait, you gotta. No, well, I took out the amount in taxes
Yeah.
and I paid you in cash.
Okay, all right.
So yeah,
We're all good.
yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe you should invest in better gloves for your can collection business.
Yeah, keep from getting, John.
You don't want to injure your hands.
Yeah, or whatever. But yeah, I do use gloves, so that's good. But anyway, yeah. Anything else going on from anybody? Looks like your transparency show has worked greatly, and
Ran everyone off.
well, I don't know. Maybe it was a summertime swoon. Maybe all the old men are in the casinos tonight. Yeah.
Yes, only pay taxes over 600. Yeah, at that point, that's the dream. One day, this
Yeah.
podcast, I'm gonna have to be 1099 in James.
Oh yeah, that would be a miracle. Yeah, that would be a miracle. So yeah,
With a couple dollars, see, podcasts might be considered different. Like they might get only like on that low end, it might only get paid. I should look like 25 cents per 1,000 views. Like it may be on
much
on
lower.
the low end. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But
now,
yeah,
now you're making me sad.
we made a smooth
dude.
160.
But we're not. I don't know about Jeremy.
The year's
but
not over.
the year's not over. And listen, I'm not in it for the money. I'm
Obviously not.
I'm hanging out, man. I just like hanging out with people, and I don't want to hang out at my local scuzzy casino. I'm teasing. I just want to hang out with good people that I met in person, and a lot of them that I haven't, and I look forward to meeting. So that's why I do it. So there you
Very
go.
cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tomorrow, I'll be releasing my no one's waiting for it, but I finally got it done. Was the cruise recap video will come out
Okay.
tomorrow, and then I have scheduling depending on how that does. I've got some more 66 strategies that are part of the series finished and ready to go. Otherwise, I'm going to my family reunion, and so no podcast next week.
Right.
Back to your hater comment. Haters gonna hate. Keep rolling on. I appreciate that, Shep.
And that
Oh,
was
the
it.
cruise videos, yeah. So that I talk about. Is Vegas dying like the?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot
Oh.
of YouTubers out there putting Vegas as dying.
Yeah, I mean,
It's been on a downward spiral as far as rooms, gambling money,
Yeah.
visitors, blah blah blah. Even downtown, I think with the May numbers went down a little bit.
they're
So,
certainly off their numbers, but I mean, they're comparing them against their peak, which was
the records. Yeah,
records, which the year or so after COVID were record numbers for them.
like bam,
Not
bam,
immediately after, but after, a little
Yeah,
bit after
opened
that,
up.
everyone
Mhm.
came back and opened up. And so that's what they're basing off. So from that, they're down pretty significantly. But I actually was in Casino Quest the other day talking to Alex, and it's cyclical.
Yeah,
It's Vegas. It'll go up and down.
up and down.
Vegas ain't dying. Then it's a great clickbait title, right? And they
Mhm.
are down, and they're down substantially. It's some tough numbers, but they were all going broke a few years ago, right? And then it comes back, and then it really kind of follows the lags are somewhat related, right?
Yeah.
It's microeconomics. People got to have
Yeah.
money to play, and so
Macro and micro. Yeah,
tighten their purses. They got to do other stuff, right? You got other
Yeah, that's right.
priorities.
yeah there you
So-
go.
Yeah, if when the economy cranks, it'll go up and down. That's what it does. It's
Like a
gambling, right?
yo-yo. Yeah.
But
yeah.
they're still investing, right? New casino, Hard Rock's going up. I
Mhm.
mean,
They wouldn't build it if they didn't think they could
yeah,
make a
it's
couple
the same
bucks
thing.
off
Like
it.
when people always talk about, well, they have no water, they're going to run out of water. Wait a second, these multi-billion-dollar corporations are going to invest in an area,
And
that's
that it's got more water in there. They've
yeah.
gotten more water in Lake Mead. I've watched videos for the last couple of years about them going down. Now
it
the
was
water's
about to
coming
be
back up.
empty, and
Oh yeah.
we had like one or two good snow years up in the the Nevada Sierra Mountains, and what do you know? All the snow melts.
Water
all the
runs
lakes are
downhill.
full.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
It's
amazing.
amazing how the Earth keeps spinning on its axis,
Absolutely.
Jim.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
that's good.
All right,
Well-
I guess at this point we're just blabbing on.
Yeah. Well, again, we will see you guys in 2 weeks, Jeremy?
Yeah. Oh shoot. I
Maybe.
should check the calendar.
Check the calendar.
Make sure I
Don't
have
make
anything
any.
else going on.
Yeah, don't see
Don't
what
make
else
any
is on there.
promises. Family reunion,
Okay.
and then the beginning of August.
Dot.
I currently have nothing there, but the following, so it should be good. I'll be
Okay.
back, but then the following week, I
Week
guess I
off.
should throw this in. So I'm August 6th through the 9th,
Mhm.
I took a freelance job.
What? So you're gonna have to change your percentages now.
For this. Yeah.
Oh, I
They
know
don't-
what's coming up on that freelance job.
What's that?
Is that the one with the dun 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 dun?
No, I don't.
Here
I
comes
wouldn't
the
get paid
bride.
for my daughter's wedding.
No, I was joking around on that,
Oh.
but I thought
Oh,
that's what you were saying, because that's coming up, right?
Yeah, in October.
Oh, October. Okay. I thought
Yeah,
for some
August.
reason I was
No,
saying
August. I'm an old client, and I'm like,
Okay.
I can't pass it up. It's a good job, and I need
pays.
sponsors. I need them. You know,
Yeah.
it pays. It pays. So again, I'm not making 174. What was
Right.
the number we pulled up on that he was making if he made $4?
It was
I
crazy.
don't want to pick on him anymore, but
No. You're not picking on him. You're just putting it out there.
yeah, that he's doing amazing. He's paying
Yeah.
amazing views.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm
But
happy for
yeah,
him.
so yeah, I'm still taking side work. I
Okay.
try to say no, but I'm still taking a little side work. I'm collecting cans for 70G a month. Is that what I said? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah,
Not bad money if you can get it.
yeah. But he's earning it. He's getting the views. He's attracting the eyeballs.
yeah.
So that's what advertisers want. So
There you go.
kudos again to him.
All right. So 2 weeks, not next Sunday, but the following Sunday.
So we're off next week. Then I should be back, and then I might be
Side
off.
job.
Most likely, I'm off again.
Okay. We'll try to
Unless
come
I'm
up
done
with
early.
another topic between now and then.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
All right, folks. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Au revoir. Bye.